ambassador here in 2011, so this is like 10 years ago. And I think it is amazing to see the changes. Nepal is a country in the middle of transformation.
So has your perception ever changed, or you still want to stick with it?
Some things are improving, some things have gone very fast forward. And again, when you look at Nepal after 10 years, there are dramatic changes in the country. Whether it is on health, on education, on economy, on agriculture, on medical services, all these elements are a dramatic change in the country. And I'm happy to see it, and I'm happy also to be part of some of the changes that are happening.
Your Excellency, Israel today is counted as a developed country. So could you tell me what is the reason behind the random development of Israel?
I think I just had a discussion with the students and I showed them an example of Israel 60 or 70 years ago. Israel was a poor country, almost hunger, hardly houses, no development, and as you know, in 70 years the country has moved dramatically forward. Your first elected prime minister met our first elected prime minister, David Ben-Gurion, and he asked the same question that you are asking. What can bring to the change? But not only that, he assembled the cabinet, had a government meeting, invited 20 ministers and told them, please tell me what can bring the change to the country. How do you develop a country? Now, you know, every minister was saying something else. The Minister of Transportation said you need better roads. The Minister of Aviation said more aeroplanes. The Minister of Water said water to the houses. The Minister of Agriculture, the Minister of Education, the Minister of Defense. Everybody had their own opinion. He went home, was sitting for 3 days, and he gathered the cabinet again. And he told to the cabinet, listen, I have decided. I will make 3 priorities for development. 3 priorities for development. Everybody was silent. He said, the first priority in budget, in attention, everything will be education. The second element will be education. And the third element will be education. You know the story? So education, education, and education. These are the priority elements for change in the country. And when you talk about 3 items of education, the first item is the infrastructure. No buildings, no soccer, no education. You must build a solid infrastructure for education. The second element of education is the textbook, the curriculum. You cannot teach the young students today, the young children of school, the young children of the medical school, what our grandfathers learned 70 years ago. Forget it. Modern education, modern program. And the third element of education is the staff, the teachers, the professors. You must select the best people to be the professors. You must select the best people and to pay them well, that they will not run to go to be in the bank, in the private sector. Teachers are the spirit of the education system. So I will repeat again, education, education,
Education.
thank you very much.
Your Excellency, since you have been so much emphasizing on education, so is there something that the government of Israel is doing here in Nepal for the development of education?
We have a special program that we give scholarships to people in Nepal from the agricultural sector, from the education sector, from the health sector, from the NGOs, from various aspects of the country. And we take them to Israel for courses, for upgrading their knowledge, to share what we have experienced in Israel, to meet people from all over the world and to improve their skills. We have these people, it is called the Shalom Club, the organization of people that studied in Israel, and we have thousands of Nepalis that are getting these scholarships. I hope next week we were supposed to send 25 more people for training in Israel. Because of the problem with the Omicron, it is postponed, but I hope really 1 month later, sometimes in February, we'll be able to continue it. Thousands of people went and thousands of people are going to go.
Your Excellency, I've been following you on YouTube and a lot of social platforms, and I see that your major focus has always been in agriculture, modernizing the agriculture. So, what do you think? Does Nepal still needs to do a lot of things in agriculture so that it could actually help its economy to grow?
Nepal is in the middle of the way. During the last 10 years, we have sent 3,000 Nepalis. 3,000 Nepalis went to Israel for a program called Learn and Earn. The Nepalis go to Israel for 1 year. They work in the field, they earn salary, they go once a week to a college, make a research, and they come with three important things. They come with money, they come with knowledge, and they come with an Israeli culture of work. And these farmers here, I see them all over the country, establish farms, have drip irrigation, have tunnels, have modern agriculture. You must change your agriculture. If you will change your agriculture, listen to me. Nepal is going to be exporting food in 10 years from now. But for that one, you have to move forward. Agriculture is not a hobby. Agriculture is a business, it's a profession, it's a way of life. And I think that this is the way to make the change. I'm happy to see this change happening, and I hope that it will be in the future. In Israel, 2% of the population are doing agriculture, and they give food to the 98%. And Israel is exporting food. In Nepal, I think the numbers are 50-60% are farmers, and Nepal is importing. Why? Because you are using the traditional system. Forget it. Go modern, and then you can compete.
So, Your Excellency, do you see any areas of improvement and bilateral relationship between the two countries?
The bilateral relations between Nepal and Israel are very good since the beginning. We have excellent cooperation. I don't know if you are aware. Israel is in the dream of many Nepalis, and Nepal is in the dream of many Israelis. And this is going on for decades now. And I'm sure that this is going to continue further on and further on. I am sure that more and more is going to come. We see thousands of Israelis coming for visiting. We see Nepalis going to work. Next month, 1,000 Nepali caregivers will go to Israel for work. We have cooperation in trade, investments, high-tech, agriculture, security. All these elements are included in the excellent bilateral relations that we have between Nepal and Israel, and I'm sure that it is going to continue.
And Your Excellency, how does it feel to be welcomed by such an aspiring future doctor of Nepal here at JMC?
I feel at home, I feel secure because this is a healthy group of people. And I'm very, very happy to be here. Dere Dere Kushilagio. This is amazing and a very friendly welcome. This is not my first time in Janakpur. I already participated in Ganga Sagar in the Aarti a few months ago, and I'm sure that you can all of you can look at it on the embassy's page. Israel in Nepal. You will be able to see our activities in Nepal, and we are very, very proud to continue the good things that we are doing and the good things that are happening.
So, any message that you want to convey to the future doctors of JMC?
The future doctors, I will give the same message that I gave on the different issue that I saw. A problem looks like one, but it has different solutions. And sometimes to one problem, you have a combination of solutions. I'm not a doctor, but maybe the patient should change the diet. Maybe the patient should drink. Maybe the patient needs an operation. It's an open question, and sometimes it's a combination. So life is a combination, medic treatment is a combination, and other aspects, of course, in the things that we are doing are always a combination.
Your Excellency, there is a building being made under your name here at Janaki Medical College. And this is probably for the first time in the history of Nepal, any medical college is honoring a diplomat like you. So, how does it feel to be honored like this?
It feels amazing. I'm honored. I'm privileged, and I think I said it. Your mantra mero Nepali ho, your mantra mero Janakpuri ho. So my heart is here in Janakpur, and I have part of me. I'm really privileged, and that was a great surprise for me and a great honor to keep my heart here in Janakpur.
Your Excellency, so is there something that you would like to say to people of Nepal?
Of course, you have a treasure here in Nepal. Again, it's a combination of treasures. You have a combination of wonderful people, friendly people, culture, civilization, language, heritage, religion. All these are a combination of wonderful. Keep your country, keep your beautiful treasures, keep your environment, keep the country clean, because we should give it, improve it, and make it better. If we will not keep all these elements surviving together, the clean, the culture, the society, all these should preserve. When Israelis and Nepalis are talking to each other, in a second we understand each other. And you know why? Nepalis and Israelis are proud people. We are what we are. We have our language, we have our culture, we have our heritage, we have our nature, we have our traditions, we have our politicians. All these together belongs to us. And you know, when you are small, like Nepal and like Israel, two little goats surrounded by big elephants, you have to keep yourself secured all the time to protect about the things, because you know, big elephants sometimes they're not bad, but sometimes they are careless. We have to keep our interests, and this is something which is very similar to Nepal and to Israel. So keep your way, keep your tradition, keep your country, keep your culture, everything, keep it well.
So, is there any message that you have for your country back in Israel, for the people of Israel?
I sent from here, from Janakpur to Jerusalem, the two cities that start with the letter J, the two holy cities, a message of love, of cooperation, and of friendship. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Finally, is there something that I haven't asked and you feel like saying?
I have a lot of things to talk about Nepal, and really just keep your country as it is, keep your country where it is, and keep your environment. The world is very small. You know, we just discussed the Everest and the Dead Sea. And on the stamp that I issued a few years ago, the Everest is the same. You have gained maybe 3 or 4 centimeters. We have lost 5 meters in the Dead Sea. It is drying. So the environment and the ecology are fragile. We should keep it, you should keep it, and all of us have to together keep the environment.
Thank you so
Dere
much.
dere daniyabat
Thank you
kushilagio.
so
Thank you
much.
very much.
It's a pleasure having you.
Great pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now you have to give me your